Is it possible to be friends with a spoiled rich girl? In my sophomore year of high school, I got paired with Clarissa for a semester-long project, and the second our names were called, I watched her eyes scan me from head to toe like I was something stuck to her designer shoe. After class, she walked up to me and her first words weren't "nice to meet you" or "when should we start?" Instead, she tilted her head and asked, "Is that book bag from Walmart?" I just stared at her. No, it's actually from Target." She just laughed. "Yeah, thought so." I wanted so badly to tell her that it's funny how she had so much money but still had no friends, but I bit my tongue. Not because I didn't hate her, I definitely did, but because my mom had drilled into me that kindness is contagious since I was 5. So I made it my mission to actually be her friend. The first time we met up to work on the project, Clarissa looked at my notes and said, "Is this what passes for effort at public school?" I bit my tongue so hard I thought I'd taste blood. I reminded myself that she probably just didn't know how to talk to people normally, but it kept getting worse. A few weeks in, we were presenting our research progress to the class, and when the teacher complimented our sources, Clarissa jumped in with, "Thank you. I actually had to redo most of the research myself since OP was too busy working at McDonald's because apparently that's her dream job." She said it right in front of everyone, and I could feel my face burn with humiliation. That wasn't even true. I'd spent all my work breaks trying to work on the assignment and ended up doing even more work than her. Everyone knew that. And after that, people started looking at me differently, like I was either her servant or too pathetic to stand up for myself. One day, my friend pulled me aside and asked, "Why do you put up with her?" And I didn't even have an answer because honestly, I was starting to wonder the same thing. By November, I was exhausted and running out of reasons to keep trying. The project deadline was a week away, and Clarissa still hadn't sent me her half of the work. I texted her 5 times with no response. I called twice, nothing. So I did the only thing I could think of. I drove to her house to see what was going on. When I pulled up to her address, my jaw literally dropped. It wasn't a house, it was a mansion. Iron gates, circular driveway, the whole thing. A woman in a uniform let me in, and I stood in this massive garden with a fountain, feeling like I'd stepped into a different universe. But before I could even process it, I heard a voice by the entrance. "Why is someone like that in our house?" It was sharp, disgusted, and unmistakably directed at me. Her mom said it. I froze. Then I heard Clarissa's mom pull her aside, and even though they'd moved to another room, the walls carried every word. "I've told you 100 times, Clarissa. You do not associate with people below our class. They have nothing to offer you. Use her for the grade if you have to, then cut her off. Do you understand me?" And then I heard Clarissa's voice, except it wasn't the loud, bratty Clarissa I knew. It was small and quiet, like she was scared. "Yes, Mom." I pressed myself against the wall, heart pounding, trying to make sense of what I'd just heard. And that's when Clarissa walked back into the garden and saw me standing there. Our eyes met. She knew I'd heard everything, and for the first time since I'd known her, I didn't see arrogance in her face. I saw someone who had been forced to be who her parents wanted her to be. Every cruel comment, every judgment about my clothes and my backpack, it was all just what her parents would have wanted her to say. Everything changed after that. I started inviting Clarissa to normal stuff. Fast food runs, movie nights at my house, thrift store trips where nothing cost more than $10. Update, that was 6 years ago. She's doing amazing now, completely free from her parents' money and their expectations. And next month, I'm flying out to be the maid of honor at her wedding.